integrate. Everybody do that? So we get 1/3 t cubed plus 8 over t plus 1 plus c equals s. Does everyone do that?
C.
How many did it that way and then solve for c? Okay, so everybody did the same thing. Sounds like not wrong. Okay, so 0 and 9. C end up being 1. So my position is 1/3 cubed. So if I want to find out what S of 1 is, 16 thirds. Thank you. And S of 5,
134 thirds. What?
132 thirds.
132 thirds.
how many got 44?
Oh,
I think that's what
whoa.
it is.
Let's try.
So arithmetic, but you did the.
Yeah, wait. How do we get that? Oh, I see where I made my mistake, so I'm wrong. But
You got 32 thirds?
no.
Okay, so everyone in here, it sounds like, did
Yeah, there we go.
did an indefinite integral. You didn't have any boundaries of integration. And that's what I would do personally. It makes more sense, but you could do.
I'm right there. It's starting to smell like
How about I'm starting and I want to know all the way to 1. So again, my antiderivative will be the same. If I evaluate it from 0 to 1, I get 1/3 plus 4
C?
minus 8. So I get 1/3 minus 4. So that's 12 thirds. 1/3 minus 12 thirds. Negative 11 thirds. Okay, this is another way of doing the same problem. If you're not aware of what I'm doing. Now, why would I get negative 11 thirds? I just integrated from 0 to 1. My start to my location, 1, shouldn't I have gotten 16 thirds?
No.
From 0 to 1? Oh no, don't do that. No, just kidding. Maybe something like that.
Say it with more confidence.
You have to add 9.
Nice. This does not take into account where we start. We started at 9. So if I did 9 plus whatever I got, 27 thirds minus 11 thirds is 16 thirds. Very good. Okay, another way of doing the same problem. If I evaluate it from 0 to 5, I'm going to get 35. And if we add our 9, we get 44. Okay, so you can do an indefinite or a definite integral to solve the same problem.
How did you know you'd get 35 so fast?
He's that
He's
smart.
subtracting 9.
Yeah. It totally proves that you can just add 9 and you know your answer. Just subtract it from the answer that we can solve.
Instead of plus, you know, that makes all the more sense.
So if you wanted to find the total distance,
Seems fishy.
you could do,
Plus 9. It has to be plus.
we've already talked about this on your calculator. Just do the absolute value and that will give you the total distance. All right.
I didn't know that. That would be a precise idea.
Sure. Let's say distance equals rate times time. Let's say I go 40 miles per hour for 5 hours. How far have I traveled?
200 miles.
The hours will cross off. I get 200 miles. And my units are left miles, right? Welcome to class. Alright, so let's say I go 40 miles per hour for 20 seconds.
Oh, we got to convert
You have to
now.
figure out how many hours I did.
$3,600.
1 unit would be 800 mile per hour seconds. And that is just a unit of distance.
Of course.
Not a unit of distance we often use, but this is a unit of distance. Normally you would pick something that they would cross off and you get your answer. Okay, so in your assignment today, or whenever, you might get mile per hour seconds. Remember, I have a time and a time on the bottom and top, they'll cross off, so we have a distance. This would never make sense. So how would I change this to miles?
Probably 3,600.
Okay, I'll come back to that. So if I want to get rid of hours and seconds, let's figure out, if I have hours on the bottom, I would need to put 1 hour on top, and how many seconds? 3,600 seconds on the bottom. So then the seconds will cross off, the hours will cross off. So 800 divided by 3,600 is 4/18, 2 nights.
Very good.
Miles. Hey, you do this all the time, chemistry and physics, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
What do we call that? Is it unit analysis? Is that where you cross stuff off? What is it? Dimensional analysis. I said qualitative, quantitative, dimensional analysis, that sounds right. I haven't heard that since back in '95. I took chemistry and physics.
We were born.
You had a question? Was it answered?
Do I get it wrong? That's on the AP test. I read my
I would probably not do that. Okay, last thing.
Correct. It's just like miles hour seconds.
Last thing in your notes is Hooke's law. Force is equal to some constant times x, where x is the distance. A couple problems in the end of your assignment. We'll talk more about that later on. We have tomorrow and Monday. But remember, work is equal to the integral of force. That's something that you did not know.
Why don't they tell us this in physics? It'd be so much easier if I took calculus-based physics. It's so much harder without calculus.
I think that's it.
And I have to use my brain.